Hi everyone, this is Jennifer Wilt. I'm going to be showing us how to use Skitch in the classroom today. Skitch is a free note-taking and annotating app where you can annotate photos or documents. And I was primarily interested in learning more about Skitch because my students received iPads this year and I haven't quite figured out a good way to use those in the classroom in order to improve engagement and learning. If you're looking for more information about Skitch, I've found the Skitch website to be very useful. It has lots of tutorials and tips that you can access. So I'm going to start today by showing us the basic features of Skitch. And to do that, I'm going to start by annotating a photo. So you just go up here to where it says Photo Library, and then you choose a photo. I'm going to choose this one. Now on the left-hand side, there's a little circle. That's where you get to choose your color. So I'm going to choose green. And then on the right hand side there's an arrow, and this is where you pull up the tools you're wanting to use. So it pops up a toolbar. We're going to start with the arrow. So you just draw an arrow where you want to draw attention to something. And then you can move them. You can also resize, make it bigger, smaller. The next feature is text. So you just click on the A, and then you tap where you're wanting to type in something. And once you've typed, you can now click on that box. Oops. And then that box, once you have it there, you can make it bigger or smaller. That A above it, you can choose to unbold the text or you can bold it. Then the next feature, we have a shape there. It's a box, and it pops out some other shapes to choose from. So I'm going to work with the box today. And then you can box whatever you're wanting to draw attention to it. Then this feature right here that looks kind of like a pen is actually a pen where it allows you to draw. It could kind of work like a stylus where you could actually write using your own handwriting. It is a little delayed, so you'd have to be careful with that feature. This one right here that looks kind of like an arrow with an X, there's different ones to choose from, but it again is just another tool to draw attention to something, and then you can move it around. This up here is just smiley faces. You could choose different ones, and you just tap on your screen and it pulls one up. And then this last feature at the top is actually a blur feature. So if you're wanting to block out something that you don't want the kids to see, it blurs it out for you. So the basic features in Skitch basically work the same in the other types of documents as they do in the photos, but I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the other features and the other types of documents. So before we exit this one, we want to make sure we're saved. So if you click up here where there's this arrow, you just want to share, and you can send it to Evernote, you can copy, you can save, and we're just going to save the image today. And then start new. So this first one at the top is a blank document. So it just pulls up a blank screen and you start from scratch, but you still have all the same features. And then we just want to make sure we save it again. When you save the image, it just saves it to your photo library. So then you could come back in and mark it up later too. The second feature is a map feature. So the second one, we'll click on that, and it brings up a map, and then you can zoom in on different locations. So I'm going to try to find where I teach. So once you are zoomed in enough, what you're wanting your kids to see, there's a button at the top that says snap, and you just snap. And then this pulls up the part you've snapped of the map as a new document in Sketch. And so now we have all the same features as we did in our other documents. And then you can draw arrows and point out different places on the map. You can write text with some questions about what you're wanting them to look at. You can draw attention with the box. This third feature right here takes us to the internet. So you can go to a website and screenshot basically, and then like let's say I'm wanting my kids to annotate just the text, then I could pull this up here, and then in the bottom right hand corner it has snap, just like our map feature. You click snap, and then it pulls up this same document in a sketch note that you can then annotate. And so I could have my kids look at the intro. I could draw attention to this paragraph, and I can even blur out these photos over here. And then again, we can use all these other features. We can mark on it, and we just want to make sure that we save. So the final feature we're going to look at today is PDF. So if you click on this one, it takes you to the PDF. Now since we're working with the free version, it only allows you to view PDFs. You can't annotate them like the other documents we've been able to, but I'm going to show you kind of a way to get around that. So what we're going to do is actually go back to where we were the last time, where it takes us to the internet. So what I've done is I've pulled up my Edmodo account where I've given my students access to some PDF files. And so I'm going to pull up a PDF through the internet. And so I'm just going to click this PDF file that I have for my kids, and it takes me to the PDF, but now it's in the internet so that I can snap it like I did earlier. And this takes a screenshot that then they can go and annotate the screenshot. And so now I can do the same things with the text. Now again, since my Sketch is linked up to my Evernote account, everything that I've worked on has been automatically saved to Evernote, and I can go access all of those annotations through Evernote. Now in my classroom, I see the usefulness of Sketch being the ability to annotate and display texts we're working with. I could have students pull up documents or websites and annotate them as we're discussing in class. I could even annotate on Sketch myself as we're going over text as a class so that students can see my annotations. I know some students are definitely more visual, so it would be better for them to see what we're discussing and what I'm doing on the board. It would also be valuable for them to see annotation modeled. This would be a much easier way to display my annotations than just using a document camera and writing. It allows me to still move around the classroom while I'm annotating instead of being stuck where the document camera is. In math and science classes, I think this would be a good tool because you could upload photos or diagrams with measurements and have students work the problems directly on the photo. They could then share it with their Evernote accounts and put it in their notes. The map feature would be great in geography or history classes. You could pinpoint certain locations y'all are discussing or needing to know information about, and then have students label them or take notes directly on the photo. So thanks for your time. I hope this information is useful to you.